Good afternoon. That breaking news, an unprecedented moment for the Catholic Church in New York. The Diocese of Rochester filing for bankruptcy this morning following a wave of Child Victims Act lawsuits against the church. Since August, more than 580 child sex abuse lawsuits have been filed in state. Christian Garzone was at a news conference at the diocese that just wrapped up moments ago. Christian, what can you tell us?
Hey, John, I'm right here at the diocese. The Rochester Diocese has been named a defendant in 59 cases. The diocese bankruptcy filing will start a process where a judge will oversee the division of the diocese assets. Now, it's estimated the diocese has assets of between $50 to $100 million and financial liabilities between $100 to $500 million. The bishop issued a letter apologizing to the church at the presser today, saying to members that they remain committed to helping victims find healing. He says after much prayer and consultation, they decided to file for this bankruptcy. He says this reorganization will be the best for the victims to provide just compensation. He says if they did not file for this, the diocese and both parties would face an unpredictable future.
The diocese has not received a contemporaneous report of sexual abuse of a minor since 2006.
Okay, now this does not mean the church is going broke or that churches will close their doors because the parishes are not themselves filing bankruptcy, just the diocese right now. John, right back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you. Our team coverage continues today with Kayla Green and Maureen McGuire. We're going to get a look at how those in the church feel about the bankruptcy in a few minutes. But first, Maureen has a closer look at the bankruptcy filing, what it means for local Catholics and victims of abuse. Maureen?
That's right, John, and some 350 or 1,000 or more local Catholics are watching closely. The goal here is to reorganize the diocesan finances so the diocese can protect its assets, as we've heard, but also compensate victims of clergy abuse. According to the court petition, again, the diocese has $50 to $100 million in assets. That is money that it uses to operate the church's operations in Monroe and 11 other counties. However, the diocese estimates liabilities now of $100 to $500 million. Thus, it says it needs bankruptcy protection. Rochester does become the first diocese in the state to file bankruptcy in wake of the sex abuse crisis, and it is happening 1 month after victims first began filing claims under the new state law called the Child Victims Act.
Chapter 11 can, in the end, be something very positive if it goes to a plan process or it goes to a settlement before for everybody involved. So everybody should, I don't think of it as a negative at this point until it plays out a little more. I think everybody should look at it as a good faith, honest, positive.
So according to those court documents, John, the diocese itself says bankruptcy does not mean it will close any churches or run out of money. It has money right now. Again, the financial impact, though, of the child sex abuse crisis is huge. So far, as we have heard, some 60 lawsuits have been filed against the diocese under the Child Victims Act, and the diocese expects many more to come. John?
All right, Maureen, thank you very much. Kayla Green now with us with a look at reaction to this morning's filing and how it's affecting parishioners and Catholics out there. Kayla?
Yeah, so John, as you can imagine, there's mixed feelings about this among survivors. So we just spoke to a lawyer representing several of those survivors. He says he just thinks this is a way for the diocese to stop these lawsuits from going forward and to silence the survivors. But I also talked to survivor Brian Delafreniere. He says he was abused by a priest at St. Andrew's Church when he was an altar boy in the 1980s. He says this news isn't surprising, and it actually has some positives in his opinion. He says now he won't have to sit in court and stare his abuser in the eye, but justice can still be served. Delafreniere says he recognizes some people do want that and hopes they'll still be able to get their day in court.
I definitely don't want the diocese to think that this is just the solve all to their problems, because they may in fact feel that it is, because it's going to relieve them of the monetary whatever, but it's leaving a trail of destruction in its wake.
So it still remains to be seen how long this whole process will take, but one attorney I talked to says he believes it'll be a few years. Now, coming up on News 8 at 5, you'll hear from some of those attorneys, and some Catholic churchgoers also talk to me about if and how this affects their relationship with the Catholic Church. So that's coming up next. John?
All right, Kayla, thank you. So here's the bottom line and what we know about the bankruptcy filing. The diocese is facing nearly 4 new cases of sexual abuse, all filed in the last month. The bankruptcy filing says the diocese has between $50 and $100 million in assets. Diocese lawyers estimate it could owe as much as $500 million to the people who filed those lawsuits. For all of the information that you saw in the news conference regarding this filing, please head to our website at rochesterfirst.com.